Can you guys hear me? Yeah. All righty. Looks like I got that cleared up. How is everyone doing this evening? I hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. My name is Mo from Rushmore CrossFit. Thank you so much for joining us for our New Year, New You nutrition talk. Tonight we're going to discuss the 3 tips for actually achieving your New Year's resolutions. Just a quick little reminder, our nutrition program is backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition, who has helped over 35,000 people all around the world take control of their health. Here on the screen, we've got a couple of their success stories. I know that, um, nutrition can seem simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So just like these people here on the screen, we'll help you find your success one step at a time. How many of you have heard the phrase, New Year, New You? At the beginning of a new year, we tend to make resolutions in hopes of becoming a better version of ourselves or a new you. A New Year's resolution is common tradition um, in which a person resolves to continue good practices, change an undesired trait or behavior, accomplish a personal goal, or otherwise improve their life somehow. So let me share a story about a client. Before coming to see us, she had gotten a $15 a month membership at a gym and decided to try Whole30 because she had heard a few people lost weight following that program. After discussing this a bit more, she shared that she had a holiday work party, and at that work party, she had decided to indulge. She then talked about how she felt so bad about it the next day that she didn't stick to her plan for the whole week. She didn't make it back to the gym or go back to trying the Whole30 program until February came around. And by that point, she had already gained a few more pounds than where she had started. I'm sure this is something that a lot of us can relate to. Has something like this ever happened to you? Have you ever gotten super motivated only to find yourself completely forgetting about your resolution a few weeks later? I promise you, you're not alone. Reports indicate that approximately 60% of people make New Year's resolutions, and only 8% of people who make New Year's resolutions report to achieve them. According to a U.S. News and World Report, 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. In a 2014 report, 35% of participants who failed their New Year's resolutions admitted they had set unrealistic goals. 33% of participants didn't keep track of their progress, and 23% forgot about them. About 1 in 10 respondents claimed that they had made too many resolutions. Additionally, research participants achieved their goal 22% more often when they engaged in goal setting sessions, wherein resolutions are made in small terms um, with measurable goals. For example, like lose a pound a week rather than a broad brush stroke of lose weight. So, where did that client go wrong? What was the reason she fell into that 92% who did not achieve their goals? Maybe because she tried to do too much at once? Maybe she wasn't being realistic? Maybe she didn't have a specific goal in mind, which left her without much direction. The thing is, it was likely a combination of all of those things and even more. I can't tell you the exact reason she fell short, but I can help set you up for success this new year. First things first, we need direction. To get a direction, we should have specific goals in mind. When it comes to setting goals, you need to start with an assessment. What does success look like to you? What do you want to achieve in this new year? Common personal goals include losing weight, achieving good grades, saving money, things like that. The strategy for goal setting begins with the big picture. Taking a look at the big picture before breaking it into smaller components allows one to focus on the primary goal. Once the main goal is set, breaking it up into smaller, more achievable components helps in the planning portion of setting the goal. These smaller, more attainable objectives promote self-esteem and provide instant feedback to keep the individual on task. What has worked well for you in the past? You might want to revisit those things that helped you reach your past goals. Are there things that didn't work well in the past? You probably don't want to go back to the things that didn't help you move the needle forward in the past. Time management is the practice of systematically finishing things in order to help facilitate achieving your goals. During your assessment, you need to think about the time commitment for achieving your goals. If your goal is to eat healthier in order to lose weight, then you need to commit the time to plan out your meals, commit the time to go grocery shopping, and commit the time for meal prepping and cooking. Take a moment to think about your why. Write it down somewhere and put it somewhere that you'll see it. Your why is a strong emotional connection to your end goal. You may have written down a goal to lose X amount of pounds, but stop and think, why is that so important to you? Is it to be a better role model, to change your health outcomes, increase your confidence? Take a brief moment to consider and write down your why before we dive into our 3 tips for finding your new you this year. All right, now that we've got that why written down, let's talk about 3 tips that can help you stick with those goals. Tip number 1, ditch the all or nothing mindset. We live in a microwave society where we are expecting instant results. But the truth is that it takes time to make your changes sustainable. You need to create healthy habits which will be woven into your lifestyle after consistently achieving them over a period of time. Oops. There are likely several goals or resolutions that you want to commit to for the new year, but the key is to only work on one thing at a time. Research has shown that when people try to change a single behavior at a time, the likelihood that they'll retain that habit for a year or more is 80%. But when they try to tackle 2 behaviors at once, their chances of success fall from 80% to less than 35%. Then, when they try for 3 behaviors or more, their success rate plummets to less than 5%. Is it any surprise then that when people try to massively overhaul their lifestyle in short order, the changes simply don't stick? Of course not. This is why you need to focus on one thing at a time to set yourself up for success. So, how do we know where to start? We should aim to find a low hanging fruit, something that you can easily achieve consistently. You may be wondering why choosing something that is easy to accomplish is important. Well, have you ever heard the idea that success breeds motivation? It's true. Let's say my goal is to lose weight. While I know there are so many things I can change to start making progress, I decide that drinking 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning before I do anything else is where I will start. Once I get super confident and consistent with this every single morning, I will feel more apt and more prepared to add more. I take this success and start thinking about adding in a serving of vegetables at dinner. After a few weeks, I start eating more veggies at lunch and dinner and so on. When we can start small and start finding the little wins, we will have more motivation to start tackling those bigger actions like hitting the gym, meal prepping most of our meals at home, order, or whatever else comes to mind for your journey. And it all started with a quick glass of water first thing in the morning. Tip number 2, start with a clean slate. There are likely several goals or resolutions that you have attempted in the past, or diet plans or nutrition challenges that left you feeling unsuccessful. Well, you're not alone. Research reports that at least 2/3 of people on diets will regain more weight than they lost. Give yourself some grace. Put those negative experiences, outcomes, and thoughts behind you and move forward with a clean slate. If you feel that mindset is one of the things that holds you back, take the time to start and end your day with positive affirmations. Every morning, aim to write or recite 3 positive affirmations. This may sound something like this: I am in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Or, I'm better than I used to be, better than I was yesterday. but hopefully not as good as I'll be tomorrow. I have all the strength and confidence within me that I need to succeed. Then think about ending your day with gratitude. Write and recite to yourself 3 positive things about yourself or your day. I am strong for accomplishing fill in the blank. I am brave because fill in the blank. I am grateful for fill in the blank. In addition to shifting your mindset with affirmations and gratitude to create a clean slate, consider creating a visual to keep your end goal at the forefront of your mind. This may be a vision board. Maybe it's a picture of your family or your friends. Maybe it's a picture of you with your family. Maybe it's that outfit that you want to wear again. Whatever it is, we want it to relate back to your goal we defined and the why behind it. While mindset is a huge part of starting with a clean slate, let's chat about setting ourselves up for success with a clean pantry. Enter the closet cleanout strategy. Here are 4 tips for cleaning out your refrigerator and pantry. Number 1, remove anything expired. There are so many products we hang on to without realizing they are out of date. The first step to a clean out is to check expiration labels and get rid of anything that is out of date. Guys, let me tell you, the last time I did this, I was blown away by how many things I had that were expired and how long ago they expired. Number 2, check the sugar content. Sugar is added to many processed foods, even if they're labeled as healthy. Did you know the American Heart Association recommends that kids, aged 2 through 18, and women consume no more than 25 grams of added sugar per day, and men should consume no more than 36 grams? Check the nutrition facts label for added sugar in food products. Step number 3, check the fat and sodium content. Fat and sodium are stabilizers. Companies add these items to food products to make them last longer on the shelves. While we want to incorporate healthy fats from nuts, seeds, and oils, we want to limit processed foods loaded with fat and added trans fat. Many sauces, soups, and processed foods are loaded with sodium. Check the nutrition facts label for added fat and sodium in food products. Step number 4, strategically place your whole foods. When you open the pantry, you are more likely to grab whatever is in your line of vision. What's the first thing you see when you open your pantry or fridge? Try moving all your whole foods to the top shelf of the refrigerator, or if you're short, maybe not the top shelf, um, or right in your line of sight in the pantry. Now that we have a clean slate, let's discuss tip number 3, make a plan for success. Benjamin Franklin said it best: if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. We know that success leads to continued motivation with achieving your goals. So, how will you plan for success? Let's go back to our goal setting. What is realistic? Are you setting yourself up for success or failure? How will you stay accountable to your goals? Keep your goals visible. Write them down and keep them in view. Is anyone thinking about ideas for a vision board already? Share your goals with a friend or family member. Most people will highly benefit from having an accountability partner. Find a way to track your progress. App, calendar, Google Sheet, daily journal, whatever works for you. Remember, you cannot measure what you do not track. If you're thinking that you aren't sure where to start when it comes to staying accountable and tracking this journey, here's the secret. Working with a nutrition coach is the fastest way for you to reach your goals. We will use our tools and resources to help you define your goals, create your habits, track said habits, while staying focused and accountable every step of the way. If you're looking to know more great tips to find success with this year's goals, turn into episode number 8 of the Nutrition Made Simple podcast to hear the 5 habits of highly successful nutrition clients with Nicole and Ashley. Before we go for the evening, let's review those core HSN principles that our nutrition program is based off of. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and we know that it can feel overwhelming to get started. So, to start building that foundation, these are the three principles that have helped so many people take control of their health one habit at a time. Number one, add more whole foods into your diet. Start choosing whole food options and less processed foods packed with sodium, fat, and sugar. A simple way to start this is by reshaping your plate with the plate method. Half of your plate should be non starchy veggies, a fourth of your plate should be lean protein, a fourth should be starchy carbs, and a thumbs size serving of mindful, healthy fats. If you're not sure what these non starchy versus starchy carbs are, reach out to me. I have some great resources in the office at the gym. Principle number two, focus on balance. When I say balance, I mean does every meal and snack that you consume throughout the day contain a carb, a protein, and a fat? Pairing each meal and snack with all three of these macronutrients will help keep you fuller for longer. Limit the added sugar. We touched on this a little bit, but I think this is one of the most important principles. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 teaspoons of sugar for men per day. The average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar per year, which is roughly 46 teaspoons per day. It's not surprising. Sugar is super addicting and it seems like it's hidden in almost every food product that we find in a package. But don't forget, we're starting with a clean slate from today moving forward. Now I'm going to touch on a few of the frequently asked questions that I see day after day. What should I eat around my workout? Fueling around your workouts to gain muscle, lose fat, increase energy, or really any health and fitness goal is important. Aim to have healthy carbs and protein before and after your workout. If you don't put gas in your car, you wouldn't expect it to get anywhere, would you? Then don't run your body on empty either. My favorite pre workout fuel is an applesauce pouch and one of our HSN egg muffins. And then after my workout, I like to grab some Greek yogurt and some blueberries thrown into that. What if I don't like veggies? What should I do? I've heard this so many times, and you might relate to this. But I challenge you. What if you just haven't found the way you like them? Try roasting your veggies for a nice crunch rather than mushy veggies. Adding good seasoning for flavor you can be excited for. You can sneak them into recipes and smoothies. We all know Trey loves her smoothies every day. That's how she gets all her veggies in. Me, I love munching on raw, fresh carrots, peppers, those types of things. I love the crunch. Those are all awesome ways to get more veggies into our day. Where should I start? Great question. I want you to start with one thing at a time. Maybe it's something you already have in mind. Maybe it's something we discussed today, but I want it to be the lowest hanging fruit that you feel you can accomplish successfully, consistently. The best and fastest way to reach your goal is to work one on one with a nutrition coach to build an individualized plan just for you. Here's the deal, there's never a perfect time to get started. There's always going to be something that's in the way. You just have to make a commitment to yourself and honor that commitment. It's simple, not easy, but I'm here to help you. If you're thinking this all sounds great, but I don't even know where to start, or I really just need someone to help me create a plan that's realistic for me and someone to keep me accountable, reach out to me. I'd love to help you. Here at Rushmore CrossFit, we focus on a habit based approach to create an individualized plan just for you. We work together, utilizing our many tools and resources to build your nutrition foundation to create a sustainable plan. Along with our tools and resources, we know how important support and most importantly accountability is when it comes to our long-term goals, which is why I'll be there to help guide you and tweak every step of the plan the entire way. As I mentioned, we're backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition. They have helped over 35,000 people all over the world take control of their health. Here's some of their incredible success stories. We're excited to announce that we are doing a nutrition challenge for the new year. New Year, New You Nutrition and Accountability Challenge. You'll work one on one with one of our coaches, either me or Coach Kai. We'll discuss your goals at the beginning and end of the challenge. You'll have group support throughout the challenge. We're going to run the app. We're going to have great prizes, awesome accountability. Shoot us an email. Nutrition at rushmorecrossfit.com if you'd like more information on that challenge. Stay tuned to social media. We'll be putting some information out there as well. If you're looking to change that narrative of failed or forgotten New Year's resolutions, remember to ditch that all or nothing mindset. Start with a clean slate and make a plan for success. Again, thank you for joining us. And if you're looking for additional help to dive into your nutrition to reach those short and long term goals, be sure to schedule a free intro today to get started with one of our amazing nutrition coaches on staff. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know. I'll hang out here for just a couple seconds, see if anybody puts any questions in the chat. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight, Carol. Hey, Ryan, I'm happy to see you on as well. Ryan asked if there are any quick and easy meal suggestions when cooking is too much. Um, Ryan, I'd love to chat with you a little bit about this more. When you say cooking is too much, do you mean you don't have time? Gotcha, gotcha. So, time, um, twofold question there. Emotional energy, that is something that I think a lot of us can relate to, especially during this time of the year when it seems like everything is just so unbelievably draining. One thing that I do to combat this is I will prep in bulk. So I will dedicate, maybe an hour on a Sunday afternoon to making something that I can put either in my fridge or my freezer for the rest of the week. And then I know that I have prepped myself good food for that for the week, so I don't really have to think about it from a time standpoint or emotional energy. I know I just have to open that freezer, grab what I already made, and not think about it. That's something that has worked well for me. Another thought on that, Ryan. I believe, um, without sharing too much, I know, I know where you live. Um, you and your housemate could make an evening of it and make it something that adds to your emotional energy bucket as opposed to taking out of it. So if you make it into something that you do with a friend, sometimes that can be helpful as well. I know tonight I had Hunter helping me make some overnight oats for the week, and that was really fun to have him involved as well. And I felt like that kind of filled my bucket up. Um, if you guys have any other questions, guys, I'm happy to answer them. Shoot an email, nutrition@rushmorecrossfit.com. Find me in the gym. Uh, I'm pretty much always there. Thank you guys all so much for joining us this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.